Yay, Donna.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you? I saw the pictures of your house.
I know, isn't that nice?
I'm gonna have to send it to you on the front of a card.
Yeah, yeah. I had some trouble. I knew I had pictures of before, but when I went into my computer, I had trouble finding it, and it was like, oh, I
Oh, oh, I
one.
hate that. Yeah, I have half of mine not sorted where they're supposed to be in their folder and all that. Penny, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Thank you for being on earlier. I saw you there.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, she has so much stuff going on, and she
Yeah.
has 3 kids. In the midst of all that, she decided to write a book.
Yeah, right.
That's awesome. But her book is actually really good. I got the free guide thing, and I was expecting her to talk about how when we've gone to Avon classes, they've had all the stuff about the levels of the skin and all that. And it was juice recipes right off the front. And I'm like, well, there's
Oh,
something
wow.
different, which makes sense. But I just didn't think of it. Usually they tell you all this other technical stuff that I may or may not be interested in. But,
yeah, right.
but the juice recipes make sense to me. That's awesome.
Well, that's why I was really never into wearing a lot of makeup and doing a lot of skincare stuff and stuff,
Well, I was telling her I've got this brown on here, my neck now. It's actually been there all along, but the sun made it darker.
Yeah.
It probably is like, some people have a birthmark, like a wine stain or something. That probably was there all along. It just got darker with age. But I'm not sure I want to take it off. She said, they can take that off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Been on there that long and didn't do anything. I don't know. Don't necessarily want to do stuff because I've seen too many things go wrong.
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, and is it that important that I want to waste money on that?
Yeah.
Probably not. I don't know. I wouldn't mind it look a little bit better, but there's no surgical anything. So anyway, let's get talking about SendOutCards, especially because I'm recording. So I am still working my list, by the way. Every day in SendOutCards, I send 2 or 3 cards for each one of my lists. So if you think about it, I'm sending between the 2 of them, but between my 3 lists, I'm sending about 10 a day. Was 2, 3, sometimes 4. I just pick a random and do it. And I'm getting through things pretty quick. I'm already up to 93 cards to my customer base for Avon. I've got, I've sent out another for prospects, this is probably another 80 or so for people that have asked for information that never signed up. And then this is the HempWorks list I'm working on. I sent out another, I don't know, probably another 30 or 40 of those. So it adds up. I think where people get stuck is thinking they have to do it all at once. Or, they come up with a card and they just want to send it to everybody in the world. And I think I actually get more benefit from doing a few a day. Because when they don't hit all at once, I also don't have the orders come all at once either, which helps. Or people wanting to talk to me all at once, because so many got the card today, and so many will get it tomorrow, and so many get it the next day. So my people that want to buy something or want to talk to me are coming in every day instead of one big lump of people and then nothing. So I don't get overwhelmed. I just have a constant flow of people that either want something or want to sign up or whatever. So I think that's a better deal, is to have a constant flow of people. And I look at it as a constant flow of stuff going out. So I'm always having stuff out. You know what I mean? To me, it's like karma when you're putting marketing out like that. The people that are getting these have already dealt with me in some form or fashion. So they're just getting like a reminder that I'm still here doing my thing. So to me, that's important. So I think that's a great strategy, but then again, it's my strategy. So of course I would think it was great, right? But you may want to come up with something like that yourself. Either if you use campaign mailer, I just periodically print the whole list and then send the cards 3-4 a day. And I just keep doing it till I get to the end of the list. Then I throw that away and print it again and start over again. And right now, my card that I'm sending, it says something about it's less, can you believe it's less than 100 days till Christmas? And I say, I just got back from Orlando and here's a preview of the products coming out. But pretty soon I'll want to change that up because they're going to see them in the book already. So
Yeah.
I'll need it to say something else. My HempWorks card has a word search in it right now. And it just says, just touching base with you. It's just one of those. So I'll probably do a word search in the Avon themed card or something like that, or a color page or something like that. Or a recipe. I just found a recipe in Facebook when I was scrolling. That's a recipe for a Halloween themed drink. So I can start doing a few Halloween cards now. We got about 10 days. So I have like 3 days worth of Halloween cards I could do. So matter of fact, it's the 18th. So I bet Liza's out in the office right now getting me the list of November birthdays, because that's between the right between the 18th and the 23rd is usually when I do that. So that's going to come up now, because you need to leave yourself at least 7 days. So I need to be done by like the 23rd to give the system enough time to send the cards so they get there on time.
Right.
So anyway, those are all my systems that are going. That's what you want, is some systems so that it keeps you on track.
Mhm.
So let's go look. You want to do a espionage? Hi, Rhonda. You want to do an espionage?
Sure.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to pop right on here and share screen and do some espionage, because we all know I love that. See what's happening today out there. Oh, what happened? Why didn't that do it? Oh, there we go. Yay. So now I'm going to go. I've been going in Internet Explorer for SendOutCards lately. If something doesn't work in SendOutCards for you, just like with any of the sites, try it in a different browser window. That almost always solves my problem. Whoop. Oh, and it wasn't even Grammy this time. Usually it's Grammy. Yeah, here we go. So let's go. Wait, before we go into SendOutCards, we need to go to Facebook to get something to talk about. Here we go. Let's go to the front page. Yeah, did you see this necklace? We sold this quite a while ago, this necklace and earrings. I'd forgotten about it and I went, oh, that goes perfect with this shirt. So yay. Okay, let's see what we got here. You know which one I was going to do? Because it's a little more complicated. Oh, I just saw it. I got to think of who it was though. Maybe we'll see him. Somebody just lost a relative that I was going to do a card for them. No, that's Karen. Maybe I'll find out. That's that. Let's see. Oh, who's that? Sarah. Do I have Sarah? Let's see. Let me see if I've got her. TAUG, huh? So I grab my phone. This is what I do in real life all the time. I look under the contacts. I open the SendOutCards app, the one that you use to send cards, and I'll look to see if I've got her. Some I do, whoop, and some I don't. She's a Facebook friend, but she may not be. Yes, I do. I've got her. So let's grab this picture, because that's a good picture. And she says, let's see. Oh, she thinks she's obese. Yeah, I didn't mean to laugh about that. I'm not going to say that in the card. Does she look Hanging hot to me. I don't know. Am I out of my mind or what? Right.
I wish I were that obese.
Really, me too. But that's all right. Let's just tell her how great she looks and leave it at that, I guess. So
There you go.
yeah.
Oh,
I'll just say fabulous picture or something. But yeah, that's pretty funny. That well, I'm glad you found the humor in that too. Yeah, wasn't expecting that.
no.
You know, isn't it true that we all think the worst of our own self? You know, I bet she wouldn't look at somebody and think they were obese at that size. But
No.
anyway, okay, so I'm signed in. This is the landing page. So I go down here and I'm just going to put build your own. And I'm going to just do a regular card that you build yourself, and the up and down. And I've been doing a whole bunch of postcards lately. So I'm going to do postcard because it's so easy and fast and I like the way they talk about it in SendOutCards, the impact, because you're sitting there looking through your mail. I've got one here. So you're sitting there looking through your mail and all of a sudden, bam, the picture with the pictures right there. You know, you're looking through the regular envelopes and bam. So it's the impact is good. So here you go. You click on the little camera thing, and then I'm going to go over here to upload a photo and go in my downloads, and here it is. And you just click on it and it goes right over there. Now you can move it a little bit, so I'm going to move it so it includes all her hair there, but you can move it or you can make it, this little bar here, you can make it bigger or smaller. So actually we could do that, make it a little bit smaller and then put like a little frame around it by going over here and putting a background. What would be good for that? How about like orange, like Halloween? How about that? Isn't that cute? And then on the back, I'll just put looking good, gorgeous. Yay. Oh, that's not how you spell gorgeous, is it? I think I got too many O's there.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's still not right. Wait a minute. Alexa, how do you spell gorgeous?
Geor.
Oh.
Gous.
There we go. So I don't guess anymore. I have I don't want to say the name because they'll the thing on the wall tells me how to spell. When I can tell when it's wrong, I can't always tell when it's right. So there we go. Looking good, gorgeous, in case she's wondering, because obviously she must be. She thinks she's obese. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Donna and I are like.
Although by the new standard chart, she is.
Oh, so we must,
Really
I'm not including you in this. I must be at a whole new level then.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. So now the cool part about the, when you're looking for add the recipient here is, remember her last name was spelled funny. So I don't necessarily remember how to spell it. So, but if I put Sarah and I remember that's how that was and just the T, it'll come up with her. See, where is she? It's probably on the third page because it's T, right? There. See, it was spelled funny and I didn't remember, but that's her right there. So you can put any part of that you want. It could do zip code. It can do the street name. If you only remember, like if you're looking for a customer and you can't remember only but part of their name, it helps to use this. And ready to send. And now this is included in my subscription. So there's no charge for this, including the postage. So send. And you know when this is really going to come in handy too is, that was what, a minute? Think how many you can do 10 of these a day, easy. If you don't want to have that big of a commitment, do 3 a day, do 2 a day, just do some a day. But the biggest impact ones I found are the ones like that. The Facebook ones where you're just grabbing a picture of them or a picture of their pet and putting it on there. I got to think of somebody just lost somebody that I because those cards have had the biggest impact, I think, of all the ones I've sent, is when I see it on Facebook that they lost either their mother, their father, or a spouse or something, and they put some pictures. This one was her mother, I think. Ow, I should have written it down. I was saving it to do with you, because there's a card for it and it's perfect. You need, I think it's 5 pictures for the front, and I usually put 1 picture on the inside. The other thing I do for those is you can save it. Let me show you the card itself. But you can save it in your favorites. It's SendOutCards. Oh boy, yappy. So when you're using the card, if you see how there's that little heart right there. Oh, yappy, what are you doing? Okay, I don't even know what he's yapping at. Okay, you click that and then it'll save it in this little group. So this particular card is the one I use when someone dies and I'm sending that. That can be used not just for a person, but also for a pet. The only trick is you need to have a bunch of pictures of the person that died or whatever. So, but usually a lot of times on Facebook, when someone dies, they put up a little montage of pictures of them. So most people make it easy for you. So I love sending this one. The other one that I did though, as part of that is I Google searched poem and death or loss, and it came up with a nice little poem. I screenshotted it and saved it as a JPEG. So that's what I use in the top half of the card, is that I pulled off Google and saved it. So I have the front that they made with the 5 slots, and I just stick pictures in. The top of the card is that poem about loss. And then the bottom of the card, the other half, I split it. So there's a picture and then a text block. In the picture part, I put a 6th picture of the person if there is one. And usually I pick their favorite. And how you can tell which is the favorite of that person that they lost usually is the one they're using on the obituary. If they put it out, the highlight picture they put there. And then I'll put sorry for your loss, sending hugs from New Hampshire or something in the right. So it's something that I do almost every one that I make. And it's not that I want them to be the same, but once you've done it a few times, that way you can do it quicker and you can do more of them. So if you get some kind of system going, but you know how I like my systems. Systems. Oh, you don't know who that was, do you? I know Joanne Potts lost her dad, but I know I sent that card already, but somebody else was just saying they lost their mom, and it was someone I had her address for. I wonder who that is. I should have wrote it down. Should have wrote it down. Lorona, how are you? Yay. Thank you for joining in.
Hi, Lisa. I'm good.
Good. Yay. Thank you for jumping on.
Oh yeah, I work during the day, so I try to jump on. A lot of times I forget that the time goes past fast for me, so I kind of forget that you're on, and then I say, oh no, I remember today.
Yay! Well, I'm glad you could join in. Did you have anything in particular you wanted me to show you?
Yeah, what are some of the suggestions that you have for our team members, like recognizing them, and how do you what do you use when you want to recognize your team members?
My main things that I do with SendOutCards for my team members are birthdays and title advancement in leadership.
Okay.
I don't do anniversary this way, although you sure could. I happen to do anniversaries with certificates.
Oh, okay.
I've done that since the beginning. So those aren't on SendOutCards, but they could be.
Yeah. Do you use SendOutCards to send to removed representatives?
I don't, believe it or not, I don't concentrate on removes that much.
You don't, okay,
No,
okay.
every once in a while, I'll go into Vibe and blast an email to the removes.
I see, I
Um,
see, okay.
If they were in my first generation, they're going to continue to get birthday cards from me, the removes,
Okay, okay.
because I had everybody into send out cards that's in my first.
Mhm,
And that is one of the biggest sources of return people that I have that sign up again is
mhm,
from birthday cards. So
yeah,
you may want to save, like when someone signs up in your first, I send them a series of 3,
Mhm.
it's a welcome card set, the idea cards, the 3
Right,
cards.
right.
And so they would be in my system from that. And I don't
Mhm.
take people out when they leave. So for the
Mhm.
last, because I've used SendOutCards for 12 years, everybody that signed up in my first in the last 12 years
Mhm.
is in my system, and they continue to get birthday cards unless it gets returned or
Okay.
something. So
Okay, gotcha.
you may want to, try to do that. But
Okay, that was a good suggestion, thank you.
sure.
Yeah.
The other thing with that is you may want to, what I do for title advancement, I start with Star Promoter. I don't do Promoter because that's just one. I start with Star Promoter, and I figured out ahead what I want to spend at each level. And then I look for the gift that equates to that. And it's not a lot of expense. For example, Star Promoter, they get 2 brownies, which is about $4 plus shipping. Bronze Ambassador is $8, which is for the 4-pack of brownies. So I have them ahead, all figured out. And I went in there and saw what the what the gifts were, and then figured out my expense for each one.
Mhm.
So that way, if they don't happen to have that gift, I know how much I meant to spend.
Mhm.
To me, it's important to figure these out ahead. That way, when you go to do it every campaign, it's faster.
Okay.
So I run my list of title advancements, then I go through, I freshen the card up a little because it has product pictures. So I want fresh products from the current brochure. And then I can pop those right in the card I already have made, and I already know what they're getting. So I can do the title advancements in just a few minutes.
Oh, okay, okay, I got you.
So you may
Okay.
want to do something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cheat. This also means that if when things are really good and booming, I can pay someone else to do it because it's delegatable if you can have a system like this.
Right, okay.
So,
Sounds
and
good.
you want to create stuff, even when you have just a couple team members, you want to create systems right from the beginning that someone else can do,
Yes,
because at some point you're going to be big enough, if you
Yeah.
keep at it consistently,
Right.
that you're going to need someone else to do some of your stuff. And these are the kind of things that don't require you specifically to do it, because it'll still look like it came from you because you designed the card and you decided the gift, but it's easy for someone else to do. Like
Okay.
even a high school co-op student, that's what I had at the beginning. You just give them a detailed instruction on how to do this, they could easily do this.
Okay.
Because they just look here and go, oh, Star Promoters get 2 brownies. So it's all laid out. They don't have to guess.
Okay,
Okay.
that's perfect. Thank you. That's
Sure.
perfect.
But yeah, I generally, when I'm thinking, like if I have a project, right now I'm in this, we're working on a project for next spring. It's called the Pine Tree Riot 250th anniversary. That particular event in history happened on my land. So I'm on that committee where they're putting together an event. And I always think of all the tools that I use in my business when I need to solve problems for a project. And I consider this, being on this committee, a project of this day event. So I already told them that I have access to SendOutCards, and I came up with, this is a promotional postcard for them. And it had, this is just like a tickler card where it's like save the date. And it has this, so I'm starting to send these out now, way ahead, and the date's next April. And then on the back, you'll notice I some of the other things I always talk about, a QR code.
Mhm.
So I set up an event page for them. And I also bought a URL, pinetreeriot250.com.
Mhm.
And I redirected that to go to the Facebook group, the Facebook event page. So the things that I learned how to do for work, I immediately look in my toolbox and say, well, we need the most people in town to know about this. What tools do I use in my business that I can transfer that knowledge to work for this project?
Mhm.
So you can do that the other way around too. If you're using your tools to work on a project, you're like, wait a minute, shouldn't I be doing this for my business too?
Mhm.
So look at them from both angles. I was doing that with when we were selling Girl Scout cookies, right?
Mhm.
And the other thing is make sure whenever you're dealing with a new group of people, you collect as much information as you can. For example, this morning, Penny was on when I was talking to Pamela Good, right, the esthetician, and I'm interviewing people on my Monday Morning Madness show and sending them brownies or whatever they choose at the end. So now she's in my database in SendOutCards. She also asked me for an Avon brochure. She wants to get them in the mail. Oh, good Lord, there's a squirrel outside. I'm saying that because
Yeah.
we're about to hear Yappy in a minute when he figures out there's a squirrel right out the window. Brace yourselves. So anyway, so Pamela's she asked me for a brochure. She wants me on the campaign mailer list. But so I went on whitepages.com last night because a guest on my show, I try to do research to see what they have about them online. So I had some questions to ask her. And I also found out that her birthday, where's her birthday on here? I looked her up. Her birthday is August 13th.
Mhm.
So that I got that from whitepages.com. So I normally do that whenever I'm interacting with somebody. So the other place is like the 250th. I'm on a committee of people from my town that I didn't know before. So all of them, my kid thinks it's creepy, but that's how you build relationships with people. I went on and found out their birthdays of the people and the addresses of the people I'm on this committee with. Then when it was funny when I said I can come up with a prototype of this tickler card to send out, and they said, here's my email address so you can share it with me. And I'm like, no, I'm going to actually send you one. And they're like, but what if we want to change something on it? So I can change it easily. And it's only going to take me like a minute to make this to start with. And I can change it easy. I actually made this front in Canva
Mhm.
and just screenshotted it to put on as a JPEG. So this is all one JPEG and I just put it on the front of this is a flat card in SendOutCards. And it was funny because the original one that I sent them didn't have this. And the guy that heads the committee sent this to me and said, can you add that? Sure. I added it and sent them all a card again. And he's funny. He's like, how am I going to see it? And I'm like, I'm going to send it in the mail and it'll look just like it does when we send it to other people in the mail. And I had to explain it like 3 times because he said, I'm not used to actually getting the thing. I'm used to just seeing it on the computer. And I'm like, well, you're going to actually get to see the thing. And he was all thinking that this was going to cost me a lot of money because they paid a lot of money for a mailer. They did. I'll show you. They did a mailer and it's a work of beauty for sure. Their mailer, but oh, I saved it, but I didn't put it in there. It is beautiful and it's a nice piece, but it didn't cost as little as mine. And I can send more of them because I'll send out this one. Oh, did you see the squirrel? This one I can send some every day. And I've got a whole bunch of people in town on my list already. Yeah, so I think the flexibility of this is so awesome because they had a mistake on their mailer and there wasn't anything they could do about it. They had them printed and they were mailing them out themselves. And once they had them printed, that's it. If I find a mistake on this mailer, like he wanted this on there, and actually he wanted the URL, I just added it on the next ones that went out. So the flexibility of this compared to, like for instance, having Vistaprint print you a whole bunch and then you doing the mailing, this is less labor intensive and you can change it easily.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't mean to sound so salesy when I talk about it. It just solves so many problems.
Yeah, that was a great idea.
Yeah, so make sure when you interact with people, you add them to your SendOutCards database. And I say somebody stopped the other day and he got on because, oh, I know, he thought I had in stock, but I don't, Avon items. And what did he want? Wild Country, the spray. I had some from on my shelf from years ago that I didn't even dare sell because they were sitting there too long, that I gave him. And he wouldn't not give me some money. I think there was like 5 of them, and he gave me a 20, and that probably did pay the wholesale cost of them, but he like wouldn't not pay me. It was hilarious. I never had to fight that hard to give somebody something free before. But I'm like, listen, these are old. But anyway, he was all happy about that, of course. And he said, I'm going to make sure my wife orders something because you gave me such a good deal on these and all that stuff. So he wanted on the mailing list and stuff. Oh, and I did find out something I thought was interesting. Another representative sends him books and he doesn't want to order from her because the mailing label says or current resident under the name. And he took that as being they didn't care about him.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now I've run across that before, but not that often, but I was surprised he said that. I personally don't do that on my label. I know why some people do so that the book doesn't get wasted, but I wonder how many customers feel that way. He said she doesn't even know who we are. So she put, and it said the customer's name, but the second line said, or current resident. And he's like, she obviously doesn't even know us that well, that she put our current resident. And I'm thinking, oh, that's too bad, because I'm sure that's not what that representative meant. I'm sure. But he didn't want to do business with her over it.
And I think Campaign Mailer does that automatically.
They don't. You have to put that, I believe.
Oh, because I've got it on mine and I don't put it on there.
Oh, I wonder if they do that
I
automatically.
think they do it automatically because
Really? Because I've never had that on mine. Wow.
Yeah, because I don't. Yeah,
I've
I
got to
don't
get
put it.
one.
Yeah,
So
because
it's
they
going to
don't
say, that, oh
return it.
no, so it's going to say that.
Because they
So
don't
it's-
return it to us. I think that's why. They don't
They don't
return it.
anyway. Right, they don't anyway. They
Oh,
just
okay.
normally would throw it anyway.
Okay.
Right. Right. That's why, matter of fact, that's why I print the campaign mailer list and mail them a card with SendOutCards, because that gets returned to you. That's not bulk mail. That's first class mail. So that gets returned and I take them off my list if that happens. So, but wow, I didn't know that. I'll have to send myself a book this next batch to see if it comes that way. Wow. I was surprised that guy said that. So he's going to have, I'll forewarn him then. Because he's right. I didn't know they did that. Yikes. So anyway, that I was surprised he said that. So, but I went and found out him and his wife's birthday. I didn't meet the wife, so I'm mailing the book in his name, by the way, because I would do that if I met him. I usually put it in the name of the person that I actually met. I don't put it automatically in the woman's name because I find that offensive when people do that to me. Automatically assume that the other person, just because I'm a woman, you know what I mean? If I go to buy a car, I don't want them asking me where the man is. And so just because I sell Avon, I shouldn't be expecting it to be a woman. So I'm not going to put it in his wife's name. I'm going to put it in his name because he's the one that stopped and bought from me. So, But anyway, that I am a collector. I look at it like this. I'm a collector of people's information. I'm not necessarily trying to sell people stuff. I'm trying to collect their information so that I can send them a birthday card and keep in touch with them. And that ends up leading to business. Sometimes it's one company or another that I rep, but it's still, or lots of times it's a referral, because I have gotten people for sure to do SendOutCards actually, that they referred me from because they get cards from me. So that's why they thought of it. So we should do another, I got a couple more minutes. You want to do another Facebook espionage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is always my favorite. Maybe we can remember. I feel like a dodo. Maybe I can remember. I was going to send that card to, because that's such a good, that I don't mean a good card to send, but it's impactful when you can send the pictures of the person that passed away.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember who it was. Oh, okay. Wasn't her, wasn't her. Let's see here. Oh, you know, I bet somebody's doing the walk. That would be a good card to send. But what I'm looking for when I scroll through is people. Oh, I know these guys. Oh, those are cute pictures.
Mhm.
Valor and Tavares. Okay. And I know the grandma. Her grandma is one of my colleagues. So, oh, which one's the cutest? Oh my God, that's so cute. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, save. I'm going to do this one. That is so cute. Oh, I think I'll send it to Alba, is the grandma.
Mhm.
Okay, so now I saved that picture. Now I'm going to go back over here to send out cards. Go back up here. You know what? Let's do a photo drop one, because these are fun. Oh, and they're doing Halloween ones too. Oh, so we can do more than one card. Okay. Okay, so let's grab this one. This is so cute. Oh, this is so cute. So I can still do a postcard, customize, and postcard. Next. They say premium on it, by the way, and that doesn't mean that it's more money. This is just a regular card send. I'm not sure what the premium label was for, but it's not a more charge. The only thing you're going to get more charge for is a big card, the big giant one. See, there's 2 spots here. So we can go back and get another picture. This is cute. Oh, look at this. Which one should we do? Maybe this one? Or the 2 kids by themselves.
Yeah,
Look at that. Oh, that's so cute.
but yeah.
Oh, that is so cute. Okay, save image. So then we'll have the 2 pictures. And then we'll go back there. And let's put the 2. So we're going to do upload a photo. These are so easy to do. We'll do with the mom right there. And look, it just pops it in. And then
Mhm.
the one with the 2 kids. These look like professionally done. They're so easy to do. And look at that. Look at how easy that is. Oh. And this is to Alba, so I'll just put, let's see, grandkids smiles are the best. Have a happy Halloween. How about that?
Good, good.
Because those are her grands. Yeah. So then save and proceed. She really, I sent her one before. She really liked it. And I know I have her address too. But doesn't that look like a professionally made card?
Mhm.
And all I did was pop the pictures in. I like using that photo, you know, the photo pop in one. So now add recipients. And it's Alba Tavares. So where is she? Oh, why did it give me Oh, it gave me too many choices. Right there, Alba Tavares. Here we go. Yay. She actually lives right near Scola.
Mhm.
The kids live near Scola. Alba's one of the top leadership people. Ready to send. And that's included, no extra charge. Yay! That was as easy as that.
All right.
Isn't that pretty cool? Quick and easy, quick and easy. And just think of why this is important is because when people are wanting to send business your way, you want to stay in front of their mind, right? Now, it's not always going to be obvious like that. Like Alva's a colleague of mine. I know she's not going to be buying from me and she's not going to be sending me any business, but it's just a network of people that I know. So I don't choose the ones that I send cards to based on what they can do for me. I'm choosing the ones that I send cards to basing on how I think they'll feel about the card. So I just thought Alba would like those pictures on a card. I think that would be cool. So when you're picking it, don't try to have that ulterior motive of how it's going to benefit you. Just think, you know what, who would like a card today? Or see a picture and just think, you know what, I bet that grandmother would like a card of those kids today. So don't work it all out where you think how it's going to benefit you. Just send cards for the sake of sending cards, because that's how it's going to work out for you, I think, in the long run, because you're putting good karma out there in the universe. And when you put out enough good karma, it comes back. That's just the way it works. We don't have to know why or how. That's just the way it works. So is that, so I hope you got something out of today's talk. Yay. And you go out and send some cards. I'm going to go to the grocery store, which I hate. I got to get the kids some food. So yeah, I'm going to Las Vegas on Wednesday, and the kid is holding down the fort. I know. It's like, uh-oh. Yeah, no, it's going to be all right. I keep telling myself. So, so this should be fun. So I'm going to go throw some stuff in the cart. So I thank you very much for watching today. And I hope you have an awesome week. I'm not going to be on Thursday because I'll be out in Las Vegas. So I will see you. Ooh, the next time I'm on, I think, is a week from Thursday. So, because I'll be out in Las Vegas for about 6 days, I think it is. But hopefully I'm going to learn some new stuff, because that's what I'm going for. They have speakers and they have stuff. This is actually the HempWorks convention, but they have speakers and stuff. And I found when I attend other companies, other than my core companies, conventions and stuff, or even local events, that information is translatable to any business that you're in. So I like to go to different people's stuff to see a different perspective on what's going on. So I'm looking to see what kind of ideas I can get, how many new people I can meet, how many people I can add to my contact manager. Usually I meet a whole bunch of people on the way out there and on the way back, not necessarily the people in the company, but people I'm sitting next to on the plane, or, you know, I meet a whole bunch of different people. And that's what I need to make my business grow, is to meet new people. And I'm not necessarily trying to sell them anything. I'm just trying to meet new people. That's all I'm doing. And that works. So anyway, thank you all. I hope you meet some new people this week.
Okay.
Right,
And
thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lisa.
we
Bye,
will
ladies.
talk to
Bye.
you later. Bye.